Hey, I am Dragonfly Jones, aka America is Musty.
I am the Jethro Jenkins, aka John.
I'm Gardy B, and this is the Jenkins Jonez YouTube channel. We've got fresh YouTube exclusives dropping every week. Like and subscribe so you make sure you get everything in your feed. Welcome to Jenkins Jonez on the Volume Podcast Network. It is Thursday, April 11th, and we are on the doorstep of the NBA playoffs. We got a bunch of fun stuff to talk to you about today. Very excited to do so. As always, Jenkins Jonez, hosted by Dragonfly Jones, a.k.a. Tyler.
Hey, everybody, how's it going?
Jethro Jenkins, a.k.a. John.
What's up, bubbas?
I'm Gardy B, a.k.a. Mike.
Motherfucking Mike. Coming to you live.
I always know it's going to be a great show when we get to coming to you live. Produced as always by the lovely and talented Jackson Safa.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
I'm just going to throw this out here right now. I have so much respect for these, for the true, like the Colin Cowherds, the true daily sports talk radio people, because we were recording this show at an earlier hour than we normally would. And I'm sitting here thinking, some people do this shit 2 hours before we're currently doing it. And I don't know, every day. And I don't know how the fuck they do that shit, bro. That's a whole different life. And also, I'll say this. There's no fucking way those people are watching games, bro. There is absolutely no way. If you're on the East Coast, you're watching games till 1 o'clock in the morning and then you're up doing radio at 5 a.m. I just can't believe that.
I don't know, man. Some people
Crazy,
different, dog. Some people got to get these takes off, man.
Yeah, Shannon Sharp's brushed his teeth 3 times before this time, nigga. He's different, dog. He might have done it. You feel what I'm saying? 7 a.m. He's on his 3rd time of brushing his teeth. But yeah,
I haven't even brushed my teeth once. All right. Let's talk about
facts. It
I
smells
apologize.
crazy in here. This podcast smells crazy in here.
Let me not get a sniff of the foam cover on my microphone while we're recording today. All right.
God.
Let's talk about the impossible beef, the beyond beef in the rap world. It was almost beef, and then it wasn't. Between J. Cole and Kendrick, I think right after we recorded the last episode, J. Cole rolled back the diss track. He walked it back. You know, he had to do some damage control. He got his fucking. You really have to talk about it in political terms because it's never happened that I can really remember before in music. So I know a lot of people been wanting your guys' takes on that. So Tyler, what did you think of J. Cole unbeefing the beef, tofuing the beef?
Yeah. I personally think that a lot of people are taking it way too seriously. A lot of people are, I think it's fucking hilarious for one. I think it's hilarious that a rapper dropped the diss track and then 2 days later was like, I don't even know why I did that shit. Like, we ain't never no shit like
was
that
tweaking.
before. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why I did that shit. That's my homie, dog. What the fuck? Like, that shit is crazy to me right there. And I think that people are also taking it way too serious. Like, so a man can't be accountable and walk back something that wasn't in the
Oh
spirit.
my God.
He absolutely can, but this is rap, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? This ain't an episode of Fix My Life Ayana. This is motherfucking rap. This is a rap beef. Rap beef, when 2 rappers go at it, I am not invested in that shit to see who's going to be the bigger man. I want to see who's going to go to hell first, bro. Like, whoever the lowest man wins. Like, that's how it works in rap beef. Pusha T took it to hell and he won. Tupac took it to hell and he won. You know what I'm saying? Nas took it to hell and he won. That's what I want to see. I do not want to see the best version of you in a rap beef. I want to see the worst person you can possibly be. I want you to say shit that is going to make me be like, oh my God, I cannot believe he said that, right? Like, I do not care about you becoming a better person because of rap beef. Like, that's why I always say Nas, beat Jay, and that's common consensus. Of course, Jay won the war, better career, better legacy, all that shit. But in that battle, Nas won, and I'm gonna tell you when I knew Nas won is when Jay-Z, of course, he apologized for Super Ugly, but then on the Blueprint 2 shit, when he started talking about philanthropy and all the shit he donated to Columbine, I said, oh, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Right? This motherfucker's called you a Thai boho, said you 36 thing in karate, and you're like, well, what about your donations? What have you donated to society? Like, no, that's not what I want to hear, bro. That's not
He called you a camel. He called you a camel face ass nigga. Come on, man.
What did he donate to the Columbine survivors? Like, no, that's not what we're doing here, dog. Like I said, when it comes to rap battles, I want to see who's going to go to hell first and who's going to go the lowest. That's who wins, bro.
It reminds me of that cursed commercial we all hate when the kid goes, it's the end of the game, the kid runs to his coach and says, "Coach, I touched it last." It has that vibe to it.
It's out on me, coach.
It's out on me, coach. That's the feeling of it. It's nasty. It feels like somebody was playing their friend, crossed them up, and apologized. You know what I'm saying? Like, and also the thing is, what this nigga didn't even say nothing. He didn't even really do nothing, bro. Nobody took what you said too seriously, bro. And you lost sleep. You lost sleep over that shit. That's what's crazy to me. Like, lost sleep. My spirit was bad because I said I didn't like to pimp a butterfly. Nigga, what the fuck? He called you all types of shit. He called you out your name, all that shit. You said to pimp a butterfly was mid, and a nigga can't even close his eyes and all that shit, bro. You feel me? You okay, J. Cole? Jermaine? You know what I mean? Jermanimal. We call that nigga Jermanimal in the group chat. No, but dog, like I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me how somebody could, you know what I'm saying, in a game and in a beef, we're like, nigga, like y'all friends, but like in this moment, y'all can go at each other a little bit. It's cool. This is just rap. This ain't, like you said, this ain't real beef, Tyler. This ain't real beef. There's no, you know what I'm saying? There's no casualties because of this. You know, motherfuckers is talking about, hey, it's good for him to do that. You know how this game can go left. And this motherfucker's comparing it to, these niggas talking about, yeah, this motherfucker comparing him to Pac and Biggie. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Somebody was like, this is mature. And then Bo tweeted back, you talk about maturity, I'm talking about rap. What do you mean? What are we talking about here? It doesn't make sense to me, that approach. And that's why I'm more frustrated with, because I'm like, what? Nothing really happened. If the nigga went Pusha T on him, that would make more sense, because if that's your homie and you talking about motherfuckers in their life, tick, tick, tick. That motherfucker 666. All right, bro. I thought y'all was friends, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? But this nigga just said to Pimp a Butterfly was okay. You know what I mean? It was all right, nigga. I'm sorry, nigga. But that's how good that motherfucker's discography is, bro. nigga try to put some salt on it, and God wouldn't let him close his eyes at night. Nigga, come on. Crazy.
Yeah. To the whole, man, oh, this could have gone. Not with these dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? Not with these dudes. Bro, this was just going to be some aggressive slam poetry back and forth. That's all this was going to be, dog. There was not going to be any gunplay or anything with these dudes, man.
Someone was going to go to the sniper rifle case like Ned Flanders and open up a box that said iambic pentameter. Like,
yeah, man.
Crazy.
Like I said,
Crazy.
bro, I just do not, like I said, I do not want to see maturity and growth when we're talking about rap beefs. And nigga, no, like save that shit for real life, for the shit that matters. These are just motherfuckers rapping, dog. That's it.
The best thing about this shit is that it brought back Pusha's verse. Like it's like somebody posted this shit like last time. I think it was I forget all homie name. But last time that there was soft jabs. This is what happened. And what I want to say about that is that wasn't a soft jab. What Drake did. Drake might have been playing and Pusha T wasn't playing, but that wasn't a soft jab. You feel me? Because that man brought his wife's government name. That makes me think Drake is a whole bitch. Because you would think that it would be cool to bring up somebody's wife's whole name, you feel me? And they wouldn't come back with fucking hell and high, you know what I mean? With everything, you feel me? Like, nigga, that's crazy. So like, I don't think that was a soft jab. But yeah, man, bringing back that verse, I think that and me really listening to that shit. Well, Tyler, you tweeted this shit out when you're talking about. He said, "I want all the curses." Yeah. And then what was funny is I was listening to it right before you tweeted that shit, and I was thinking, and that shit gave me chills. I'm like, this nigga is really a demon. Yeah. And he baited Drake, R&B ass, or you know what I mean, R&B face ass into a battle, and Drake had no idea who he put forward.
Yeah,
I'm not ready. You know
going
what I mean?
back to what you said, I always thought that Drake took it way too far when he brought Pusha T's wife's full government name. She is not in the spotlight. She is just like an accountant or some shit, an everyday person. And he brought her whole government name into it. And I would say he got off light because he's soft as hell and no one took that bar seriously. Like if a motherfucker like Conway or somebody, a real motherfucker who's out here said, I'm gonna let it rain on you like Virginia Williams. Like, bro, that shit sounds menacing. Coming from a real motherfucker, but coming from Drake, that should like I said, we let Drake get off the hook with that just because he's soft, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because
like
you knew it was just words. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
but them words,
exactly.
not without the context of Drake, are fucking, like you said, menacing. Yeah. And with somebody a real one saying it. So nigga, bro, everything that he said was in play. Even him talking about 40. I mean, like, that's fucked up. But you said my wife's whole last name, nigga. I gotta go and look at her in the face.
You said you know what I'm saying? Shoot me. You mentioned my wife's name and said you're gonna shoot me at the same time. And like I said, everyone lets him that get off because he's soft as hell, and we know that that's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he was wild with that one.
All Pusha the nigga. He basically Drake said, "I wish a nigga would," and all Pusha said, "I like to see it." Just like we was talking about with Hanif. He tried to grant that nigga wish. You know what I mean? You wish a nigga would? I will, motherfucker. And Drake didn't have no smoke for nobody.
And that's why I'm curious about this. Did you guys see this Joe Budden thing?
Yes.
Joe Budden said that he has inside info.
Inside sources.
Inside freaking sources that Kendrick and Drake are sitting on, quote, nuclear diss tracks, that it's going to happen at any moment. They're going to drop a diss track. And hopefully Joe Budden is right, but I don't really like Joe Budden
a lot of
like
people
that,
are sitting on a lot of nuclear weapons right now that fortunately are the whole point of them is just for everyone to know they exist. You know what I mean? Hopefully that's all they ever do. So we'll see if we'll see if anyone's got their finger on the red button for
2024, the rap Cold War.
Drake apparently had one too. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, everyone got one.
I did have a couple friends. I mean, I'll ask you guys about this because I have my perspective on it, but I'm more curious in your perspective. I had a couple friends who hit me up because I tweeted about the J. Cole stuff. I called him a weenie on the internet. I just thought it was a weenie move. If he'd have said after Kendrick's response, like, hey, that's my, I'm not going to go back and forth with him, like, whatever. Mm-hmm. But for him to release something and then walk it back, I thought was like extreme weenie behavior, specifically doing that. So, but I had a couple friends, older friends who have not probably listened to new rap music in a little bit, who are like, Mike, I respectfully extremely disagree with your take. Like, this is like maturity in the black community and in the rap game. And like, we need to see more people, more men who are willing to,
Do these people say nigga? Because the people that we don't say nigga.
One of
people,
them's a football coach. He's a real dude for sure,
okay,
but he's an older dude, and he's obviously like we've all. I mean, this is the thing, like, and this is always the question about music and rap music. Maybe in particular, like people see the overlap with stuff that's happened in real life that's fucking horrible. And they feel a certain way about it or whatever. But I was curious for your guys' take on that because I just favorited it and shot him a text like I'm not where I stand on everything, bro. I'm not out here rooting for kids to fucking fight each other over stupid shit. You know what I mean? But to me, there has to be somewhere on the pendulum between 1995, 1996, and I couldn't sleep at night. Because I said To Pimp a Butterfly was over. There has to be middle ground there. Am I right about that, or how do you guys feel?
Yeah. Like I said, I completely understand the angle that people are like, okay, this is commendable. This is a man who showed accountability, admitted he made a mistake publicly, tried to rectify that. Hats off to that man. Yes, absolutely. But it's rap beat, bro. It's just rap. That's my whole thing. Like, let's keep it in the lens of rap and not just, some bigger fucking societal commentary. It's just rap, bro. And you didn't say anything out of line. You said the motherfucker's second album was boring. That's the harshest shit you said. This shit was weighing on you or whatever. I promise you, none of us thought you went too far, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you could have kept this shit to yourself, dog, and just not said anything at all after this. That's my whole thing.
Yeah, for me, what you said, talking about where homie comes from and also like his experiences, I understand his feelings.
Yeah.
But like this ain't that. But also in that situation, I think you handled it the best way where I'm not going to try to argue with an OG. You know what I'm saying? On how they feeling about it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I see, my nigga. I ain't seeing what you seen. You feel what I'm saying? But like, yeah, I mean, I just like Tyler says, and we've all said, I just feel like this is just rap. These are not the guys going to take it outside. This will be a like actual rap battle. This is not going to leave the studio.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I think that's fine. You know what I'm saying? I think they would say things that would just like, they're just out rapping each other in ways that wouldn't prevent them from fucking with each other, you know, in the end as well. Like, I don't even think they wouldn't have liked each other afterwards, let alone really want to beef with one another outside of the studio. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I just can't see it going. Couldn't see it going that far. But yeah,
I agree with you. Did y'all see the Lakers game? Oh, John, you were at the game, the Lakers game that Meg Thee Stallion was at, weren't you?
yes, I was. What's crazy is
Why?
You had good seats, right? So you were reasonably within spitting
100
distance
level
of Megan Thee Stallion.
I wouldn't say spitting distance, but I was in like my contacts was working fine, nigga. You know what I mean? Like I was talking to Rhonda. It was funny. I was like, Bron ain't playing, 80 ain't here, but the right person is, you know what I'm saying? Like, Rhonda was like, yeah, lucky. She's like, lucky you. You feel me? Like, you know what I mean? She appreciated it. She respected it. But when she got up and she had the dress that the whatever she had on, Rhonda was like, oh. Like, she was then she really understood, you know what I'm saying? She was like, oh, I get it, you know what I mean? We started talking about like the science behind it, like how does that work, you know what I mean? Like,
her body?
Yeah. I'm like, how do titties sit that high with that much heft? You know what I'm saying?
Y'all figure it out. Let me know for sure.
The science, you feel me? You feel me? Yeah.
We got our top people working on it.
Defines gravity and all types of science, physics, everything. You feel me? He was like, what?
Did you see, John, in person, the court vision from D'Angelo Russell, who a basketball court is 94 by 50. That's 288 feet of circumference of the basketball court. D'Angelo Russell somehow happened to trip and fall directly right next to Meg Thee Stallion, which is incredible court vision from the point guard. But did you see that shit? I was like, of course it was this motherfucker, bro. Like, of course it was this dude. Like, they just cut to him and he's just slowly picking himself up off the ground from Meg Thee Stallion's feet, bro.
Yeah, he was. That shit looked a little too obvious, bro. Like he took that shit back to like middle school antics, like when you try to impress your crush or some shit. I don't know if I've ever in my life seen D-Lo die for a loose ball, bro. Like fucking scrappy hustler type shit. That's not D-Lo, dog. Come on, man.
She gonna make you do things that ain't normally what you do. You feel me? I get it. You know what I mean? It's definitely odd that he would do that. You know, I think that was probably purposeful. But I understand, you know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you too, bro. Like, also, like seeing her in person, like, we know she's tall. Like, we hear the word Amazon used when speaking about her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think she's even used it. You feel me? But you don't really understand until you see it in real life, bro. Yes.
How tall is she?
Google says 5'10".
Yeah, but I think she had on heels or whatever. But she looked tall on the court. As a woman, in the NBA, and she was very close to these NBA players. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. Based on the proportions, it's a lot of everything, bro. I understand a nigga tripping. Oops, pardon me, and them too. All right, man.
All right. Were you guys surprised John Calipari left Kentucky for Arkansas?
Our good old Arkansas. I actually was. I'm always of the we knew Cal was on the hot seat. He's just someone who gets number one recruiting class after number one recruiting class, can't do shit with it in the tournament, right? But I was always of the belief that your job is never truly in trouble as a college coach until you stop getting recruits, until that recruiting well dries up. And he's still the best recruiter in college basketball, right? Just had a number one class this year that's stunk it up in the tournament, which has kind of been his calling card during his time in Kentucky. But what shocked me is how we got that news at like fucking 11 p.m. on a fucking Sunday night, right? Like that right there lets me know that this was not an amicable agreement reached by both parties. There was somebody said, fuck you, I'm done here, either the AD or Calipari. You know what I mean? So hopefully, we get some details on that. But that for sure feels like there was an argument that happened that weekend, and one of those two said, okay, we do not need to do this shit anymore. I'm done here. So hopefully, we find out exactly what shook down with who was the one who said, fuck you, I quit. Either AD said we quit you, or Cal said I quit UK.
I feel like recruiting and having the number one class doesn't benefit you as much anymore because those kids can't win. You know what I mean? So, like, even if you are great at recruiting, they're so young, you're only going to have them for a year. Of course, they're going to stink it up in attorney, and that's when it matters. That's what cements your legacy. That's what cements if you had a good year or not. You could have went undefeated. You lose and, like, remember when Duke lost to Lehigh? Fuck whatever they did in the regular season. Nigga, y'all lost to Lehigh. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, so I feel like, yes, he's a great recruiter, but what does that mean? Like now, where people aren't staying. So I think the value is at Arkansas that people start watching Arkansas games. People watch Kentucky games. They have a big following. They don't just need people to watch. They want to win. So I understand, like, why it happened. I didn't think it was going to happen, though.
Yeah. It definitely caught me off guard, and I think, Tyler, I agree with you, we don't have the full reporting, but I think the timeline, as I understand it, was that Kentucky had decided to bring him back, but obviously the seat was warm. There was just reporting yesterday that Calipari has regretted not jumping ship earlier when the UCLA job was open, which would have been a really interesting fit. You want to talk about Calipari at UCLA, Jackson would have been fucking miserable. Jackson's a real USC kid. He doesn't give a fuck about basketball at all. Look at him.
No, it's funny you say that because when I was in school, I was like trying to like change. I was like, that was my bit the whole time that we were a basketball school because like the football was like not doing that great, but basketball was like kind of good.
Yeah.
And so fuck UCLA, fuck John Calipari.
Calipari in Los Angeles in the NIL era, that is Thanos with every
crazy. The NBA season is in full swing, and when I can't get enough of the action on the court, I spice things up betting on DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. Right now, new customers bet $5 and get $150 instantly in bonus bets.
This is the best time of year as an NBA fan. I'm locked into the Lakers games coming down to the stretch and into the playoffs. As long as it's not the Nuggets in the first round, I think they could pull off an upset. North Carolina listeners, don't forget DraftKings Sportsbook is now live in your state.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Jenkins. New customers can bet $5 to get $150 instantly in bonus bets only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code Jenkins. The crown is yours. What?
Is Simpson died?
Josh, is that real?
I'm going to work on confirming it, but the Twitter account that posted, I pretty much trust, so.
Okay.
What does it say what happened?
But
TMZ posted it. Oh,
it's down.
That's pretty real.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just proof recording over there.
This is a live reaction on our recording that.
Live reaction.
Reportedly, I want to say.
Yeah, Josh just texted us that OJ Simpson just died out of Twitter is already on one less than 50 seconds after this
battle with cancer.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, he kept that on the hush. We didn't know he had cancer, did we?
No, I mean,
nobody said yeah.
He definitely the last appearance he made, he definitely was like talking about some bullshit. He was looking really skinny, and I was kind of wondering if something was going on with it. But I don't believe they had disclosed anything publicly.
It seems like there was like some not super public, but some reporting about a cancer diagnosis in February.
Okay,
but that's I don't think people knew he was like hospitalized even, which he seems like he was sort of semi-recently hospitalized and then passed.
Man, fuck OJ Simpson, bro.
Yeah, that's the conversation, man. We do not need to try to sanitize people who.
Yeah, I'm not dressing any of that shit up. I watched that documentary when I was a little kid. It was like there were no details about anything anywhere. It was like OJ Simpson killed 2 people, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. And then I was like, oh, and all my black friends are pretending he didn't kill these people. Like whatever. Like but I haven't seen that.
He didn't even fuck with niggas though. My mom always made that clear. She's like, he one of us, but he ain't one of us. You feel what I'm saying? Like
his shit happened at a particular time in Southern California where I think
Hell yeah.
a lot of people were really just looking for anyone to be on a side with against the police. And again, and I
Understandably so.
I
Yeah.
very much understand that shit. But fuck O.J. Simpson. Having seen that documentary, bro, and heard about the specifics of, like what was done with the bodies and shit like that, it's just like, that's an evil person, bro. I mean, that's just, people who do shit like that, that's, I don't know any other way to put it. And fuck him. Twitter's going to be going crazy. I just searched OJ Simpson. It just came up with OJ Simpson is going to hell like 500 times on Twitter, bro.
We don't even need to pretend, dog.
Yeah, for real. Damn.
That's
Fuck
that
crazy.
guy. That dude was a murderer. No other fucking way to put it. He killed those two people. Like, bro, when I watched the fucking documentary and I saw that they had, like, I always knew he did it.
Yeah.
But I was the deeper we dug, and we just saw how corrupt the LAPD was in just trying to make that a dunk case a bulletproof case. Like, y'all didn't even need to do the evidence tampering that y'all were doing because the evidence was overwhelming there. But when I found out that they found his footprints of like a very rare shoe, that there were only like 80 pairs pressed up in his size at the scene, I was like, come on, dog, how did y'all fuck this up?
That's some Agatha Christie shit, bro. That does not happen in real life. Like, this pen was only made at the golf course where he was dining with his mother for her birthday. That does not happen in real life, bro.
Stephen A. Smith said he'd have won that motherfucker, though. We needed Stephen A. on the prosecution. Fuck, Marsha Clark. We needed, fuck Marsha and fuck Chris Darden. We needed Stephen A. He would have given us the justice we need.
Wait, Stephen A. Smith has got he did a diss track for fucking Marsha Clark, bro. Is that real?
You don't remember when he said, I would have won that case. I've always said that. Remember that shit?
I don't remember.
I've always said that. You never saw that shit?
I never saw that. Oh my God. He said Marsha Clark didn't have that dog in her, bro.
Basically. I'd have won that trial. I've often said that.
That man is a lunatic, bro. He is a lunatic. Of all the achievements.
He's such an uncle, bro. He's such an uncle, bro. You know what I mean? Of course. That is such an uncle thing to say.
They should have let me try his ass.
I've always said that. You know what I'm saying? That nigga losing sleep over that. That nigga, I should have been. They should have put me in this seat. I swear to God. You feel what I'm saying?
They should have let me prosecute the state's case against Orenthal
Johnny
James
Cochran
Simpson.
who? Johnny Cochran who? What you mean? You know what I mean? I would have cooked that man. You know what I mean? Crazy.
They let him get off because he put a him-sized glove on his hands and made his fucking fingers bigger and said it didn't. You know what I mean? Like, that is some Scooby-Doo shit, bro.
But what's crazy is the racism is what got him out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the racism is what fucked them up. You know what I mean? A case that was, clear-cut prior to them adding a little racist seasoning in that motherfucker. You know what I mean? The case itself was good. And that's what got him out. It's crazy. But anyway, fuck everybody in that situation.
There was the racism getting him off, and also, and this is where my mom went with it, because I think every kid who was our age growing up in Southern California, you got to remember, this shit was, it was I'm on the freeway, he was being chased on the police. That's here. Like, all this shit was
here.
They showed
the verdict in school in real time. Like, what the
fuck? We was all in the gym. They rolled that motherfucking click ass TV in that motherfucker. So remember them shits?
Yes.
Rolled that TV in there. The whole, I think it was 7th or 8th grade, we all got into the gym and watched the verdict together. You know what I mean? It was crazy, bro.
The adults in that situation failed all of us. They were trying to ignite a race war with like some fucking 12-year-olds. Like, what are y'all doing, bro?
I remember every white person felt one way and every nigga felt another.
Yes, and it was the first time for me in middle school being on the other side of that line. You know what I mean?
You was in the middle like,
Well, but this is what my mom told me. She said, never forget that hating women is more important to people than anything else in the world. That was her lesson from it. She's like, he killed her because he was a jealous, abusive person. And she's like, your friends are making it about, what they're making about. I understand that. But to me, I'll tell you, I see it very clearly what this shit is about. That is a rich man who was jealous and had been abusive to his wife, and he killed her. And like that, she was like, that's it. People can put whatever else onto it. But, for her, that was the start and end of it. And I think here's the weird thing about OJ, because he was the human Rorschach test. Everyone was correct. Like you said, I understand why black people in the mid 90s were looking for anyone to root for against the state. And like,
even though we did not like him,
right.
You know what I'm saying? But we hated the state more.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Sure. And I understand why women looked at that as the proof case of like, yes, even a dude that everyone hates, if he's rich enough, like he could get away with doing anything in the world to a woman and it being as obvious as possible. Like everyone was correct, and I'm glad he's dead. I'll just put it like that. Fuck him.
Yeah. I thought we was going to try to be like, tippy-toe around it. I'm glad y'all just said fuck him. That felt so much better.
Well, I think, but you know what?
I don't know what. Are we going to pretend like he wasn't OJ?
This
I was
happened.
Wondering, but good job, fellas. Thank you.
It's always hard when someone says the word cancer to like make jokes after that, obviously. Yeah. But I think this happens sometimes with the pod where we get a live reaction and like the three of us are not naturally take artists, even though Tyler has 400,000 tweets. Like, right. I don't hear someone died and immediately like get in the lab to write jokes or whatever. But the podcast is going to come out after all the jokes have been made on Twitter anyway. So it's like we can just got to fast forward and get the takes off.
But this is just a group chat. This is how we would respond in the group chat. Yeah, fuck that nigga, man.
Him.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I dropped the Stephen A. clip of him saying he didn't want to trial in the group chat.
Hold on, I gotta watch this shit.
While you guys are watching this, my favorite joke that I've seen on Twitter is someone tweeting, in parentheses, being told about who O.J. Simpson is. Me, Jesus Christ, 143 yards per game?
Hold on. I'm gonna play this.
And Marsha Clark did an absolutely horrendous job. Because if it were me, there's no way in hell Johnny Cochran would have beaten me with that evidence. I'm telling you right now, I'm not even a lawyer. There is no way that you would have put 12 jurors in front of me with that evidence, and I would have lost it.
I agree with him. and I get everything he's saying, but it also makes me think he votes Republican. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for whatever, it's like, I agree with what you're saying.
Right.
That's the most insane shit I've ever heard.
Hilarious.
That's like fucking, who was it? Oh, it was Mark Wahlberg, wasn't it? Who was like, if I'd have been on the planes, 9/11 never would have happened.
It is like a very like Republican man thing. Like,
he really say
don't
that?
let me solve
Yes,
I could
John.
have solved all these problems. Yeah.
Yes.
Mark Wahlberg really said that.
That's not how it would have happened if I was there. Yeah.
Fuck Mark Wahlberg.
Yes. Yeah. Fuck me. Fuck Mark Wahlberg. Fuck Mark Wahlberg as well, bro.
This is becoming a podcast
wait.
of hate all of a sudden, but fuck Mark Wahlberg.
But I'm saying, like people actually fought against these dudes knowing their life was going to end. And he's just like, fuck all that. It wouldn't have went down.
Let me ask you guys a question. Do black men fantasize about stopping horrible things from happening like in the middle of their day? Like when you're at Target, are you ever like, if someone ran in here trying to be crazy, I would tackle his ass? Does that ever happen?
That's white people shit. White people think that they are. Every white person thinks they're the police, even if they're not the police, bro. You know, that's not black people shit, dog.
No, ain't no way, bro. Nah.
Yeah, that's how white people walk around every day. That's a fucking fact.
Really, Mike, do you do that sometimes?
I have a taste of it, bro. I do have a little taste of it.
No, Mike, I hate it. Just a little boop. Just a dollop. You know what I mean? Oh, no, man. Anyway,
I'll be at the kids' school like, man, if someone came up to the school right now.
Bro, that's
there wouldn't be enough left of them to put in a Ziploc bag.
What is wrong with this man?
That's firmly my theory. That's firmly my theory on why we have a disproportionate amount of like white women who are Karens, because I feel like white women have all the privilege of being white with not a lot of the power that white men have. So they exert their power at the Starbucks line when they're being assholes to people and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think every white person is wired to think that they are the fucking unofficial citizens arrest police patrol of the fucking United States, bro.
Right. No, I think Isabel Wilkerson wrote about that in Cast, that she was like, you could tell who thinks they're the ruling class or who has been the ruling class by the way they move around in the world like that. Because, yeah, you're right. Like, you watch Die Hard with my black friends, they're like, oh, this is a crazy movie. And I'm like, all right, so which, air ducts are wide enough to fit my shoulders into? You know what I mean?
Oh,
You're watching
man.
John Wick like, that's an interesting angle. Okay, all right. If anyone does fuck with my dog.
I would have took a left here instead of a right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I get it. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way, bro.
Oh, shit. All right.
I would have took the high ground instead of the low, but hey, you know, to each their own. We all have our preferences. That is crazy.
All right.
Oh,
The Curb Your Enthusiasm season finale or series finale was on Sunday. I thought it was perfect. Char and I thought it was perfect. I love the references to the Seinfeld finale. But I know I didn't have this on the topic list, but John mentioned identifying with Larry David when he's watched that show before. And I know I've certainly felt the same way. There was a line on this season that I thought perfectly summed up that show and why I think a lot of us identify with that character, where someone was telling him what a bad dude he was. And he said, I think I've done as well as could be expected for someone who is forced to be among people. Like,
That's a bar.
I get it, bro.
for sure. So anyway, salute to a legend on that. I'm trying to bring up because Tyler had tweeted something fucking hilarious about how Larry David in real life has started using JB Smooth's lines from the show, which I just...
That's amazing.
Wait, in interviews or just like people
No,
are
in
just
his
catching him
regular
using
life. Like, in his
Wait, so did
regular life.
he say this? How does anybody know this?
He
How is this known?
told GQ, he said some of the stuff that he says, I've taken it and I use it in my life. Davis adds, cracking up at the thought. I now use touche, motherfucker. And in season 11, he says, can a motherfucker live? I say that all the time now when anybody criticizes me for anything.
That is hilarious,
That is
bro.
so funny.
That is, bro. But also, can a motherfucker live? Like, you get it, but also coming from him, it's hilarious. That is
It's so funny that I
Touche,
didn't know
motherfucker.
that he did that in real life because I just saw a clip of an interview from JB Smoove where he was talking about when he first joined the show, and he was like, it was a world that Larry, both as a character but also as a real person, had never experienced before. He's like, so I would say things in the first season we were taping, and Larry, the character, would be like, what is he talking about? And then in between, like after the cut, Larry would also ask me, like, what does that mean? He was like, an example is I would say, you got to get in that ass. And Larry David was like, what does that mean? And he's like, you know, Larry, you got to spread those cheeks and just get in that ass sometimes when someone's coming at you. And then he was like, in between takes, I had to explain to him that when someone's coming at you verbally, sometimes you got to just get them right back. And I was like, that is so funny that Larry has like, didn't know any of this while they're actually taping the show.
I think
That's
JB,
the way he. Go ahead.
JB had a quote during his first season that has stuck with me that I think is perfect, which he said, Larry David is fascinated by black people and black people are fascinated by Larry David. Like, it's just like a mutual admiration society. For sure. Shar and I from that season will still do that to each other, which was his step into that ass, Larry, like motion. That's a nonverbal husband and wife signal right there.
That's great. That's great. That's great. Y'all are hilarious.
Tyler, the greatest rivalry in sports, you and a blue check. Where are we at?
I just noticed this morning they put that motherfucker back on me. I'm gonna have to goddamn switch my shit up. Like, bro, I do not want that shit, man. I do not want to look like I'm fucking part of the Elon Musky tribe, bro. Those ain't my people. Blue check folks are not my people. But they've been putting that shit on me, and the way you change it is like changing your display name. So I done went from goddamn penguins to otters to ducks. Now I'm about to be chipmunks out this motherfucker in real time. Thank you for reminding me that. Fuck that blue check, dog. That shit was so weak. He put it on motherfuckers like, no, you guys have to have it. The people with a lot of outreach. You have to be part of my code. No, fuck you, Elon. Get that weak shit up off me, dog. We are
What's
not the
crazy
same.
is when he first took it away, it was a big deal. You know what I mean? And he's destroyed the platform so much where he can't even give away blue checks. You know what I mean? Like, that's what he's done to Twitter. We're being like this is the real Dragonfly Jones. I don't want no part of that, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Get that shit away from me.
Tyler wants the mystery of it might be the fake Dragonfly Jones. You know what I mean? That's part of the brand,
That's
bro.
part of the allure. Oh, that's Dragonfly with an I instead of an L. Gotcha that time. You shouldn't have believed I was actually praising Rudy Gobert. Come on now.
It was Dragonfly Centel, not Central. All right, that's all the time we got. Thanks everyone for listening. Rest in hell to OJ Simpson. We got the playoffs are right around the corner. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I hope he's nice and toasty as right now.
That nigga getting fricasseed to flop, nigga.
Get some good sweats in, get some good exfoliating sweats in that sauna that he's in now. Fuck that guy, man.
All right, we'll be back. Playoffs are just around the corner. Like we said, we will be back on Monday with our next regular episode, which I think will also be the playoff preview, which I'm very, very excited for. So we will see y'all then. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.